Hello again there, friends and fans. Raptor here, and welcome back to the glorious floating city of Raptoria here in Flotsam. We have some ships to name, and we got to get out of this area because we've made some fixes to our previous problems, and I've noticed some more problems with the games, too, that I've reported to the devs. Sometimes buildings don't get completely built, or sometimes can't be demolished, even though they're attached to the bridges here. But that's okay. This is an early access game, of course. Version 1.6, I guess. So, welcome back, everybody. Good to see you here. Thanks very much for clicking and tapping, blowing up, and destroying that like button. And thanks for dropping by today and saying hi down below. I got a lot of ships and things to name after everybody. We'll do that at the end of the episode. I've named a few civilians already after all of our people who've been saying just simply hi down below in the comment section, and you guys have come up with some great names for boats, including Uber Eats, the SS Minnow, I think another one was Amazon Prime, and another one just simply the USS Raptoria. So if you got more ship names, let me know down below. All right, well, we've got plenty of food now, but not a lot of water. In fact, we really don't have a lot of everything, but we're going to get it as soon as we can. So let's go to a new part of the map here. We're going to go over to this water tower now. That's going to secure our water supplies for a little while. We could head over here and get some more people, but I really want to get some water so that way we can have our labor go elsewhere away from the distillery, which means we don't have to put as many people behind the labor force of gathering wood, drying wood, cutting wood, and then using it at the distillery. All right, we're on our way. So next we can go to the viaduct, and then we'll make ourselves... So it seems like any sort of eastward movement is free, but any sort of diagonal movement we have to pay for. All right, let's immediately get to that water tower and start salvaging that stuff with our ships. And, oh, looks like we immediately fell into a pile of wood here. We're really low on supplies, but we're very close now to getting our coveted fishing dock. We're almost ready to get that. We won't have to have fishing boats sent out anymore, so we'll see what we can do about getting rid of those. I'm actually going to send out some swimmers here to get some wood. Go grab that wood, boys. See if we can do it. Let's send out 2 swimmers there, and I'm going to try to gather up that stuff as fast as possible. Also, we'll grab some fish here, too, try to get our food reserves up while we take a look around the map a little bit. Looks like we also have some more seaweed here and an abandoned house, which, wow, has 32 scrap in it, so that's really good. We're going to get that water first, so that way we can at least get some water storage going and focus attention elsewhere. All right, well, let's see here. We need some more wood, so that way we can make some more firewood so we can get some more water. We also need more plastic, so I can finish up the nets that we need to build. It's 3 plastic per 1 net. We need 4, so that's 3 times 4 plus whatever it takes to build the fishing dock, if anything. Looks like it just takes the 4 nets, so we better make sure we get some plastic, too. Unfortunately, it looks like all the plastic is out of range for the swimmers, so we'll have to send a boat, and it looks like the closest plastic might be... Oh boy. Well, this is a pretty good deposit for plastic. Let's see if we can grab all this stuff right here. Get 66 plastic with one of our boats. Let's send 2 boats over right now. We'll send 1, and we'll do that, because the other one's on the quest for water. Perfect. So our person here is going to grab some of the water there. This game has just been gloriously beautiful and beautifully glorious. I love it. Glory to Raptoria. Absolutely fantastic. I'm loving it. All right, so he's grabbing the water out of the bottom of the water tower. He's going to bring back a ton of water. Our only problem so far in this game now is seemingly what it is in most games, where some of the supplies are stacking up at the production buildings, like, for example, over here, and then people just need to bring it back. We need more people to get things going to where they need to go. Over here, it's okay. We've got fish drying out like crazy, so food is at 0 currently, but all those fish are drying, so soon we'll have some fish momentarily. Looks like some of our swimmers are bringing back some wood. It is drying. Up here, I don't have much of a need for wood at the moment, aside from the distilleries, which hopefully we can shut down in anticipation of that giant water delivery, which is on its way now. Perfect. And it looks like we've probably got another 10 water to go. Excellent. Well, I guess we'll keep on burning the midnight oil on those distilleries until they're out, and then we'll turn our attention elsewhere to gathering other materials. We have 2 swimmers on it right now. Also, getting these distilleries shut down will also bring back some labor force. 2 people will come back into working for us. So food and water are okay for now. We survive yet another day. And I also found out previously what the problem was, too. It seems like there was a glitch where when people receive nutrients, sometimes they try to heal. This man here has been injured or whatnot, or he was a little unhealthy. And when they get everything they need, they start to heal. And sometimes if somebody heals next to somebody else, it can create a whole chain of problems where it tries to get everybody to heal, even though all they need is sleep, I guess, according to the devs. But that's why we're in version 1.6 now. And then there's been some hot fixes and other things. But that's what you get with early access. Luckily, last time we were pretty much ready to build our fishing dock. We're in the same situation we were before, so really nothing to worry about too much at the moment. We just need to get some of that plastic delivered. One ship still going out to get the water, and one ship hopefully going down to get the plastic soon enough. We've also got fishing boats required in order to get some more food too, so we'll see how things go in a little while. Alright, wow, we got a lot of fish here too. Hopefully people come back over and put all those onto the racks. Very nice, and it looks like the distilleries are out of... Alright, let's shut all this down. We're out of wood now, so we'll go ahead and rely on the water tower for a little while. So this is good. The water is giving a huge boost to our labor force now, because we don't have to make any more firewood or any more water. Everybody can focus on gathering materials now, so let's get everybody on that. I'm going to ask for 4 people to come over here and immediately start working on that. I want to grab all that wood there, so that way we can have a little bit of reserve. I've also added some more storage here and some more dryers for things such as the wood. Let's see exactly if I can build a new one. It looks like it takes quite a bit of plastic to make one of those. But we're going to save all of our plastic now for our job in building that fishing dock. Hopefully we can get somebody to go down there real quick to pick some of that stuff up. But I also need some wood now too, and since it's literally sitting right next to the boat, we may as well grab it. Alright, they're going to dump off all the stuff. Excellent, good. Eventually that'll go through the wood cutter or whatnot, but it'll first have to be dried before we do anything with it. I'm going to remove the marker for now in the hopes that people reallocate themselves to the boats. There we go. Looks like we're seeing boats leaving now. Want to see another fishing boat disappear and go grab some more fish. And let's go ahead and send another person out there. Alright, so food reserves and water reserves are improving, and they're definitely going to permanently improve in the fishing department when we finally finish our gigantic boat there. That's going to be great. We have more scrap to pick up, 46. We need to make nails and screws and pipes and things out of that, so I'll send another boat over there first. And also, this seaweed will be useful later. We'll be able to make some really high-quality food with that in the form of sushi when we get fish plus seaweed, and I think that means we don't have to dry the fish anymore, because as you know, sushi is just raw fish being consumed that way, so we'll see if that actually works out. Alright, 1.5 on the food reserves. Maybe we'll get lucky and find some canned goods in the next town, but that's why we're going out and continuously grabbing fish, and it looks like everything's on the dryer, so that's good. Looks like everybody's drying stuff as quickly as they can. Seems like this drying rack here, good for drying wood and fish. Doesn't look like it's missing. Oh, there it is. Just something need to be delivered, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, we'll see it all come in here shortly. Okay, so we need more plastic. That's the next thing. Somebody needs to go grab some saran wrap or something like that, and indeed they did. All right, I finally think we can start with our wonderful... Oh, look at how close that school of fish is. Great. We can finally finish up our fishing dock. Now, in order to build our fishing dock, I think I'm going to try to build it down here. We'll see how much plastic these guys actually bring in. And food is doing okay. We've got plenty of food here stored. Or rather drying. There we go. Now it can just be put into storage. Good. So we're okay for a while. We don't need to, like, worry so much because now we finally backed off away from the water. Future plan is to spend our research points on investing in some sort of something like this. The solar still or the desalinator. The solar still might be the best because it doesn't really require anything aside from just initial construction costs. It just does it via solar power. So that might be the best. But the desalinator is going to be the biggest bang for the buck. I think the output capacity on this is going to be higher. Plus, it also requires a lot less fuel than and labor costs too. That's great. Like a lot less fuel, a lot less labor, a lot of good things to consider. All right, now we are approaching our good time here. Where'd all that plastic go? That man just left, but where did all that plastic head to? Oh, I bet they've already consumed it over here. It's the storage for the remaining fishing nets. Excellent. So it looks like import is making, it says 5, but that's interesting. I've only ordered 4. Oh, it's 5 plastic that's imported. Okay. All right, we'll need to get some more plastic then. Still need more plastic then delivered. More and more and more. Looks like a bunch of it's all just wood, no plastic here, unfortunately. And it looks like there's scrap here to offload as well. Scrap's pretty valuable, but just at the moment we don't need to worry about it too much. Viaduct over there with a bunch of cars. Okay, so let's speed up time a little bit here. And we should be able to see everyone coming through. I'm really proud to say that we've got a ton of water, and food supplies are drastically increasing with the lucky fish supplies that we have around here. I'm going to try to find some more while we're at it. Let's see if we can find another supply. somewhere. Looks like there's another school over there. It's an easy way to make sure you don't miss one. Usually they're the furthest away from the boat. Oh, there we go. Perfect. We got a school of 50 fish there, so we're good for food for quite some time now. Excellent. Everything's coming up Raptoria. I've also noticed the beds. A lot of people keep screaming that you need multiple beds for more drifters, but it seems like you don't want too many beds. It's only there to rest, not to attract drifters. To get drifters, you have to find them as like a special item. So if I had 45 beds, that's not going to attract 45 people, and they're very expensive too. Beds are 10 plastic and 8 plastic and 6 logs, so it's quite important to conserve some of those materials. All right, are we ready to build this thing? I think we are. Finally, we can build ourselves a little fishing crane, it seems, a net that will pick up the fish. Excellent. Look at how close we can build that to the fishing nets too. I might be able to. Could I squeeze it in over here? How much plastic do we have? Just a little bit. I'll make a little thing here. I want to put it out a little further. And I want to keep it close to all these drying stations. There we go. So let's plop that down there. And then we will aim it out this way. Perfect. Excellent. Now we finally have fish. So now we can focus on the water tech tree next, which will be the Desalinator, since we can certainly make a lot of wood from that. The Desalinator, that sounds like a great Arnold Schwarzenegger film from the 80s or 90s, the Desalinator. He's here to desalinate. Okay, so last thing is the viaduct just needs a little bit more steel to come back in, but this is a perfect opportunity to stop and gather a ton of materials, including a lot of food. And look at all that work going on now that we've shut down the distiller and the woodworking shed are both down. So now we can focus on putting somebody on the fishing hut. Your water reserves are low. Yes, they are. When are they not? Well, we've been making it. We make it work. I want everybody to focus on construction and local resource gathering before anything else. So continue to grab plastic, please. I think a boat could bring back a lot more. One boat could bring back more than like 5 swimmers. So let's also have a boat drop there as well and grab those materials. All right. We're picking up steam now. All right, and the final little special thing in the area has been retrieved. We have 64 metal scrap, lots of plastic and wood. We need more wood reserves, but that's okay for now. We do need to probably get some more storage. But now what we really need to do is find research points, and that requires us to go to shacks, so that's going to be very important. All right, what is this here? Ingredients, raw seaweed. Oh, we use seaweed for fishing. I see. So looks like it was a good idea for us to grab all that seaweed. Let's go grab some more of that. Okay, so I'll trade seaweed for just the nibblefish, for sure. All right, we got one person. Oh, perfect. He's stacking it up to go fishing, and then they use it as bait. Excellent. So that's going to bring in a ton of fish for us. Okay, we're going to continue to gather materials until we're pretty much out of water, and then we're going to try to hightail it out of here and go somewhere else. Let's see where we can go next. Well, the only way we can go is to the east directly. So there's a viaduct there, and that will... Oh, an abandoned town, it seems. Okay. No more oil. We'll have to see if we can get lucky going to a factory, but for now it's okay. We've been making do pretty well with what we have. All right, so hopefully a little bit more. Oh, and the good thing is, too, a lot more storage space has been cleared up because that seaweed is now being brought over to the fishing hut. So that's good. Good amount of plastic, good amount of wood. I think we can go ahead and fire up the firewood producer again. And one desalinator as well. Or, sorry, the distiller. It's the same thing. It's getting rid of all the salt in the water by boiling the water. Very good. All right, so 18, only 1 is required. Uses a net and bait to catch deep sea fish below the town. Okay. Small fishies that swim in large schools. So this should be able to just grab them at random, right? This actually kind of looks like a boat, really. It'd be kind of cool if this were a boat and could go out and just grab an entire school of fish and then come on back. We still have the school over here as well, so we got plenty of fish. Plenty of fish in the sea. Oh, excellent. And it looks like the net is bringing up fish now. So 1 seaweed equals how many fish? 1 seaweed equals 3 fish. That's great. Oh, my. Wow, that's awesome. So we're going to have about 60. So 3 times... 60, does that make sense? Does that math check out? I think it is 1 fish per seaweed. So if we started with 30 and then we're gathering 30 more, well, we're down to 15. I don't know. Well, let's just say we're going to certainly have over 120 fish, so that problem has been solved. That is beautiful. All right, the the fireplace or the firewood cutter is getting chop now, literally, on making all the wood that he can. That's really good. I'm going to go ahead and switch a few of these over now to wood, so that way they can, let's actually do it up there. We're going to make these 2 for drying wood now. And then it'll be brought down there to cut. And I do want to try to grab some more materials before we go. Water is at 0 now. But damn, that really saved us. Freeing up that workforce was a big thing. Alright, good. Everybody's getting to work on other crazy stuff. We got enough food for now, so let's shut this down. Let's shut everything down that we're not working on at the moment, just for our purposes at the moment. We're a little low on wood. And we got wood next to us. Looks like the salvage here is complete. Salvage there is complete. And the seaweed salvage is almost complete as well. That ship will return soon. Wow, lots of wood over there. Crazy amount of wood. Alright, I want to see firewood get complete. I want some water here, folks. There we go. Desalinator is working now, or the distiller. And it looks like, I think they just dropped off some water. Possibly. I thought I saw somebody running back. Okay, well, now we've got some really good, important, high-tier buildings ready to go. The next thing we need to do is make ourselves a distiller. Looks like we just finished that. So where does the map say? Abandoned town coming up. No confirmation on whether or not we're going to find people there. So we'll see soon enough. Excellent. Both distillers are working. Lots of food coming in, even though I shut it down. I don't know how the hell. Alright. Shut that down, but apparently it's still working. Light bulb is off. But it's all good, I guess. As long as water is being produced. Alright, and he's getting back to chopping wood. Good. Alright, we need that water supply to work again. Now, once we got the water supply, we can really support a larger population in the town. So we're getting really close to having everything that we need. More plastics being brought in. Good, I certainly want that. And more seaweed was brought in as well. Both distillers are going. Good. Looks like we shut down the fishing hut for good. Food supplies are great. Water is just the biggest concern now. And we certainly need it to be delivered as soon as possible. Our people are drinking it right away, so even though we're at 0, I think they're standing around and it's immediately getting delivered. Okay. I think we might be good to go on to the next area just because I need that special stuff, especially the research. The longer we sit here, we're not getting the materials that we need at the moment. Looks like the boats are full. Oh, never mind, we're good. Alright, hopefully that one boat comes back. Let's go ahead and cancel this one. I don't need the 5 plastic. That's fine. Get the wood instead, please. Wow, food is awesome. That is a huge amount of food that we've got. That's great. That means we can put a lot of our efforts solely into water production now. And we've got one. We got one, boys. Woo! That means the water supply is increasing because everybody's had a drink now. Perfect. Just need that wood to be dropped off now. The distillers take up such a huge part of our workforce. It's a really dangerous thing, but at least we got food. I want to take a look at our research line now. Let's see what else we can spend our research points on. Okay, so the next things are food trucks or kebab, fish kebab, which is cool, but we'll worry about that later. It's faster to do this. It'll cost fuel, but that's fine. All right, so water is definitely the next thing that I want for not storage, but I think maybe a solar still would do us good because it wouldn't even require any sort of fuel, which would really take out all the it would remove the entire industry related to wood cutting. Unless we're going to make ropes or something like that, we can turn the building off. Alright, I'm going to wait until we've gathered all the wood nearby. We're still gathering fish and stuff nearby, too. Big amounts of schools of fish are being caught. Just need to make sure that water production comes up out of 0. So we just need more dried wood to be, rather wet wood to turn to dry wood, and then more wood to be delivered in general. Good. It looks like a lot of the fish are being dried too. I want them immediately in storage. A lot of supply over here too, don't we? Okay, let's build another drying rack for wood. That's going to be a very important thing to make sure we can dry all the wood. So a lot of this has to be dedicated to fish for the amount of fish that we're pulling in from the fishing net here eventually. We got ourselves all the seaweed in the world, so that's good. So food supplies are pretty good at 20. Now we just got to focus on water production. This could be a building glitch here that I mentioned earlier. Could possibly happen. Oh, no, it's okay. Good. Sometimes they deliver the supplies and then don't construct the building, but we're lucky here. All right, water's good. All right, we're going to stay put for a little bit until some of that water comes in. This gives us time to gather more materials. What else is around here? Oh, looks like there's a mix over here of quite a bit of plastic and wood. See if we can indicate to another boat to go out there and grab some of that. In the meantime, we're going to stay put and just see if we can bolster up our water supply a little bit. We need to get out of here to go do research. We can sit here all day and gather all the materials, and that's great, but if we move and go do some research, that'll save us from having to gather all these materials, and we can get a move on sooner. So just a moment or two, and then we'll hit the road. Oh, and I also need to indicate to this one to gather wood. There we go. Perfect. So now all of our, that should be more than enough capacity for all the wood we're bringing in to be dried and then immediately turned into logs, or firewood, I guess, in this case. Okay. All right, I think we're about ready to head out. I'm going to wait until that one boat returns. And it certainly has a lot of wood now, too, so that brings our wood supply up and our plastic supply. Pretty good numbers, I think, for what we're trying to do here today. Oh, looks like another ship's out there with wood. Okay, we'll wait till he comes back, too, and then we're good. We'll move on to the next location. Looks like he just wants a Naparooski. None of the beds are really full for too long. Looks like we're good to move. Okay, I'm going to move on now to the viaduct just to keep getting more of those bonus things. And hopefully the abandoned town has what we need. Ooh, what is this? Wait, is this the end of the road? What is this? Uh-oh, are we coming to the end of the game? What? All right, let's slow down time here. Take a look around. Ooh, look at all that stuff over there. Give me a wood plastic mix. There we go. Perfect. Send one of our ships out for that. So let's send 2 boats over there. Looks like we've got a... Oh, we do have a research area here. Okay, I'll authorize that as well. And we've got plenty of food, so I don't want anybody on that. So let's just focus solely on water and gathering materials and scavenging. Alright, so we're making more fuel. And as soon as food gets low, that's when we'll flip on our fishing dock now. That got us way ahead. So those boats now are going to salvage and gather materials, plastics and whatnot. You can actually see some towns down there, it looks like. I can see some buildings. Is this game going to end soon? I'm curious to know what's in the next area. Or does the wind change? There must be more to research. We'll get some research points here in a moment. I do want to get this, hopefully the solar still. What do we have for research points there? I think it's a question. Oh, damn, only 3? Alright, with only 3 points, that's going to bring us up to... oh, well, we're going to be short a bit. Alright, the water problem will still exist then. But luckily we've got plenty of fuel to support that. And we got plenty of wood completed as well. Could probably build another woodworking shop, but the issue is not having enough of those. It's more about the labor. I'm trying to automate things. And I hope the solar farm would do it. Or do more water faster. That would be good too. Alright, we got a ship coming on back. Ooh, that man needs a break. Get him a Kit Kat. Alright. Back to the main HQ with some of those people. Lots of seaweed remaining too. Food is being consumed really fast. 13.5 now. Everybody's working hard, so I don't blame them. And hopefully somebody brings back that... oh, good. There's dry wood over there as well. Let's see what our points are up to now. 4 still. Alright. Well, we could move one more time. We could only move... so we didn't get any more oil. I still don't know what the birds are. I think maybe that brings in some more food or something like that. I don't know. I want to see. But the only way we can move here is the end here. This is where the end of the map. Moving here will teleport you back all the way to the beginning. Oh, okay. So we can run through it again with all the upgrades on a different path. So it's not really the end. It's more of the beginning of the end. Or the end of the beginning. Alright. Okay. So we got much more to do. Alright, so more wood coming in. Alright, so water is good. Fish is good. We just need to gather those points and then get out of here. So I want to go for solely research now. We got a hell of a lot of scrap. I think we'll skip that in order to just try to conserve a lot of the supplies that we've gained so far. Being here costs us supplies, so we have to get on moving soon. 3 water, more... It's the distance, I think, that wood workshop has to walk. That's kind of a pain. Should have put it a little closer. Probably should have put it closer to the just the main HQ up here, so that way it was closer to the distillers. But it's working. So far, so good. More wood returning. Actually, yeah, that's dried wood, so we can use that right away. So we got a huge reserve of wood that can be turned into firewood then. And I don't know if we want to stop the viaduct, but we'll see. Some of that, I don't know, 30 steel seems to be pretty important, so I'm going to go ahead and authorize that too. Scavenging over there. Food's starting to get a little low. Not too bad. We're ready for fishing if and when. Town inventory, let's take a look at things. We've got 1 rope. We are close to our capacity, but we'll probably end up consuming a lot of that with the dry wood turned into firewood. So pretty much you can consider this to be 0. So take minus like 40 for wood. So we're well down within like a 150 range. Alright, water is starting to become a problem. Somebody's hungry. But we got plenty of fish for now. Stay focused, boys, on the task at hand. Well, looks like we've also got firewood from there. Good. And what about... Okay, we still need the scavenged materials. We still need some research points. Alright, we're at 7. Did they get all of it? Or is there 6 remaining? Oh, so far we scavenged 6. Oh, there could be more then. There could be more. I may have been mistaken. There could be many more research points waiting for us, so we can make something. I'm going for that water. Once we got that, we are good to go. This is awesome. Alright, lots of scrap has come back. Good. Now we can also turn that into pipes for other buildings. I think eventually we're going to build the big distiller, but I also want to do the solar ones. So knowing that we're going to need some of that, let's at least make like 5 of these pipes. Maybe 6. Let's make 6 of those pipes for the future. And the plastic recycler only makes nets, so we're pretty much done with that now. It's like a one-time thing. Prerequisite to building our little fishing hut. Alright, more firewood being delivered. More firewood being cut. Alright, let's turn on the fishing dock. I want to try to keep the labor focused on our task at hand, which is just basically boiling that water as quickly as possible, though the fishing is pretty automated. Alright. Get to it then. We're low on food and low on water. But it's really about trying to gather as much food and water that you can so you can go out and do other things, like without delay. Okay, 22 scrap remains in the viaduct. There he comes. And wow, actually canned food has been gathered from there as well, and we've got 8 research. That means we might have enough for the solar. Ooh, we just need 1 more. Ooh. Slowly generates a small amount of fresh water. Remove salt to generate fresh water in large amounts. I think we got to go for the big boy, so I'm going to save my research points for the big boy. We've been making do with what we have so far. Looks like a lot of water is ready to go. It's just sitting at the storage. So we just need more people to do that. And here comes some more canned food. Excellent. So food shouldn't be too much of a problem. So Food will be able to come in quickly from canned goods. We have plenty of bait ready. I hope whoever is working the fishing hut comes over soon. Water's looking okay. Fishing just needs to get started. So far we have 3 people working in our water industry plus the deliverers for it. So we really need to get that down to like 1 or 2 people at most. I really want to cut that down. Plus it'll make a lot more water, so we'll never have to worry about it again. We have no food either. Well, actually there is cans. It just needs to be offloaded off the boat. So they just need to go grab that. There he goes. Alright, so we do have food and firewood. And how are we doing on research? I wonder if the end of the map will, if it gives us a thing or teleports us to the beginning. Like if it'll give us one last little world to check out, or if we truly do go back to the beginning. I'm not sure. It'd be kind of cool to get a bonus item or something at the last minute. Alright, we've got tons of food delivered, lots of water coming in, good. Go eat, people, go eat. Lots of beds ready for everyone. Not seeing the fishing hut really doing anything at the moment. I guess nobody was working there. Alright, the good news is we got all the research out of there. And I think, yep, we got 9 points out of that. So with 6 more, we'll be able to research the big boy Desalinator. And then we can actually salvage these 2 buildings too, which will give us, let's see, 8 dry wood and 10 plastic waste. That's big. But I know the Desalinator is probably going to require, I wonder if it actually tells us, yeah, 20 screws, 6 pipes, and 4 plastics. We better start making some more screws then. Now we're going to have to, let's see, we're going to make 6 pipes, so let's go ahead and turn that on. That's going to need firewood too. Better get on that. Okay, food's looking a little low, but we're okay, I think. We do have our wonderful little fishing net here. I hope that we get enough people to do that. Looking good. Only 2 scrap remaining on the viaduct. I don't even think it's worth it anymore to go out and grab that. Let's go ahead and cancel that. Don't need anybody to go out there. That's not going to be... No, don't do it. Don't do it. Come on back. Come on back. There he goes. He was going to do it. All right. Well, I'll name all of our ships, too, from Uber Eats and everything else, and all of our people here, too. Make sure you say hi down below in the comments section. We're going to keep on rolling and unlock some of the biggest technology in the next episode. So let's take a look at what the big Desalinator looks like, and let's get everything finished as we approach the end of Flotsam. Perhaps? I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, thanks very much for leaving a like. Thanks for cheering me on, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye. Take care. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Yes, thank you.